Hey guys, I'm Rep McAnally. This is the Apoptosis Prince right here. No, the Apoptosis King. And today he's going to be telling us about the problem with single ingredients from foods being extracted and whatnot and being only used in one ingredient. What do you got for us today?
Well, thanks, Rhett. That was a good introduction. Rhett's been out there putting a motor in a car.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
so he's got a break. He's going to get to interview me on this. But what I did, Rhett, is, cancer doctors tell their patients don't take any supplements. And I thought, why do they do that? So I investigated. And I found 9 randomized controlled studies that were mainly sponsored by the National Cancer Institute a long time ago. And looked at them, and as a toxicologist, I want to be fair to them because, hindsight's 20/20.
Right.
When they did these, they didn't have my knowledge that I have now. And, but they'd be laughed, out of the country if they did these studies now based on what we know. And what they did is they gave, thousands of people that the idea was let's reduce cancer because especially in socialized medical countries, they have to pay for it all.
Right.
Some of these cancer patients cost them
Lots.
thousands and thousands of dollars a year. If they could prevent half of them, it'd be worth making people take them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So they were all excited about the discovery of the antioxidants. And one of them they picked was beta carotene from carrots. And what's interesting is in the studies, they gave, 10, 20, 30, 40 times the recommended daily amounts, and they're extracted.
I don't recommend that, by the way, guys. Don't take the normal amount.
Yeah, they're extracted. And when you eat a carrot, you chew it up, and it slowly releases the beta carotene. You may not get but 20% of it.
Yeah.
They gave you all of it all at once.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, we need oxygen, so let's just breathe pure oxygen for a while. But we know what happens there, it kills people.
Yeah.
And the same thing here, it didn't kill anybody, but it gave them cancer at a higher rate. And the problem is, and we should know that because Sant Georgi, who discovered the vitamin C complex, whenever pharmacologists or pharmaceutical companies learned how to make the ascorbic acid part of the complex, they sold it as vitamin C. And Sant Georgi, who had just recently won a Nobel Prize and also discovered that, said no, it won't work without having the balance fat-soluble, water-soluble antioxidants with fat-soluble. So vitamin C is water-soluble, ascorbic acid. And you have to balance the fat-soluble part or else it doesn't work. And here the guy who discovered vitamin C told him this is not going to work. And I thank goodness for McDonald's because McDonald's French fries have vitamin C complex in them. And we'd probably have a bunch of people today with scurvy if we didn't have French fries sold, at Whataburger and all the different places. So the vitamin C ascorbic acid won't help you at all.
Really?
By itself. Yeah, and we know that, but they still sell it. And the other thing is, they isolated individual ingredients. And they didn't even balance them. After figuring this out, I did get a patent on how to do that. The way they, and my Shane, by the way, did all that work when he was still an undergraduate. as a summer project. But they had methods for measuring the antioxidant power of fat soluble antioxidants and water soluble ones, but they couldn't do them at the same time, like food comes,
Yeah.
both of them
Okay.
at the same time. So to get them both to be together, he used soap as an emulsifier, just like you
Yeah. When you
do,
wash
and
your
then
hands.
put them both together.
Yeah.
And then that way we were able to adjust it, and we had tested a lot of antioxidants in people, because what matters is does it get in your blood where it can help you?
Yeah.
And so you look at the antioxidant capacity of your blood, and since this was done, they developed methods to do that called the oxygen radical absorption capacity in blood. And they found out a lot of the real powerful antioxidants are neutralized in the stomach. So they no longer have
Yeah.
any power. They didn't help your blood any. So you need a mixture that raises your blood's ability to handle free radicals, oxygen-free radicals. And foods do that because foods balance it. What was amazing is you can get food, like you get plums grown in a very harsh climate, and they have a lot more vitamin, ascorbic acid, and a lot more of the other complex. You take that plant and plant it in Florida where climate's nice, and you have a lot less of both, but at the same ratio.
Oh, okay.
So plants keep them balanced at the same ratio. And these studies, no wonder you don't give one-sided, just the fat soluble or the water soluble antioxidants. So I would agree, I wouldn't want any of my patients to take just an isolated ingredient. You need to
Right.
take food where it's balanced.
Yeah.
And where it's slowly released as you need it.
Yeah.
And you don't always get all of it.
Hmm.
Depends on, how much you need and how your digestive system's working. So the problem with all the studies is, well, there's no problem. The fact is they're right. You don't want those single antioxidants.
Mm-hmm.
You want foods with it balanced. So that's what I've got 30 pages with all the scientific proof here. If you'd like to read it, there it is. What do you think, Red?
Well, that's a lot of important information, guys. I guess the takeaways today is don't overdose on beta carotene or take too much. Eat your plants, eat your veggies, eat your greens. Let the plants do the work for you. The plants balance it out for you, so make sure you eat plenty of your plants. And, anything else?
I think that's it.
That's it. Covered it up. All right, guys, this is For the Health of It. We will see you next time.